Last week, Apple announced the all-new Apple Watch Ultra and the Apple Watch Series 8. And of course, I'll be reviewing both of those on this channel. And along with these releases, we're also getting a new operating system called WatchOS 9 that is available to Apple Watches Series 4 and above. And I've actually been swimming, biking, and running with the all-new WatchOS 9 in beta for the Apple Watch Series 7 for about 2 or 3 months now, and I've been using it on the Series 8 for about a week. And today, I really want to talk about 10 all-new workout features that I think you guys are going to want to know about. And first, one cool new workout view that you'll notice in WatchOS 9 is the new heart rate zones view. Now, many coaches and training programs use heart rate zones to better prescribe workout intensities for you to target. And we actually have 2 options here. Apple uses the heart rate reserve method to calculate various zones that are unique for you. Now, this is done by finding the differences between your maximum heart rate and your resting heart rate, and it calculates it based on the Carbonin formula. However, you do have the option to manually enter your heart rate zones, and you do that just by going on the Watch app on your iPhone and by going to Settings, Workout Heart Rate Zones. Now next, and specifically new to running in WatchOS 9, is a bunch of new training metrics. So that's things like stride length, ground contact time, and vertical oscillation. Now, I've had these metrics on other devices. It's just not something that I've ever really found very helpful for my own personal training. But, maybe now that this data is being provided by the Apple Watch, maybe some sort of third-party developers will come up with, interesting and new ways to analyze these metrics. We'll just have to wait and see how that goes. Also new on the running side of things is the ability to do running workouts on your watch. You can choose between open, calorie, target, distance, and time. The newer options actually include racing, your previous runs, or a pacer. Now, to pick a workout, you just tap that little ellipse in the corner of the activity card and select an option. And this is actually pretty cool. When racing against yourself on frequently used routes, you can actually receive alerts when you're behind or, if you're ahead of the pace, or even if you go off course. Now, triathlon and multisport get a big update in WatchOS 9. Now, during a triathlon race, the watch can actually automatically detect and switch between legs of the triathlon and provide you with splits for all of those details. And I've actually done an entire video talking about all of this and how the Apple Watch does for a triathlon. I'll just link it up here somewhere if you guys want to check that out. But I'd say it works surprisingly well. But, also in this multi-sport mode, you've got options for things like a run, bike, run, or a run, swim, run, bike runs, or you can actually make, whatever kind of workout that you might want to do right within that multi-sport activity app. Now, back to running, WatchOS 9 does have something new called running power. Maybe I should call it running power estimation. We're not directly measuring the force of your foot here, but that doesn't mean that it's not a useful metric. Here it is compared to a polar running watch that's actually capturing similar running power data. And as of now, it does appear that the Apple Watch is detecting walking. It's actually labeling it as 0 power. It's just, how their particular power estimation algorithm works. And I will say that, each company is going to calculate running power slightly differently. So never expect, running power to match exactly here. But, overall, running power does work really well on WatchOS 9, and I actually think that you're really going to enjoy using it for both, workouts, as well as kind of helping you pace races and events in the future. Now, in WatchOS 9, the compass has been completely redesigned. It'll now use GPS to track your historical path in case you get lost or disoriented out there. There's also compass waypoints, which allows you to drop points of interest. So for example, if you park at a trailhead or something like that, you could set a waypoint there, label it whatever you want to, and then be able to navigate your way back to that waypoint with the compass app. And then on swimming, WatchOS 9 will now automatically detect kick sets, It's definitely something that I've been wanting on the Apple Watch for a long time. For me, it detected when I did have a kickboard, but it also missed the kicking that I did when I was doing it on my back. But I'll keep playing around with that, and of course we'll keep testing things. Now watchOS 9 also has the ability to show something called an S-Wolf score, and that's a calculation of your stroke count paired with a number of seconds that it takes you to do the length of a pool. So a lower score is always going to be better here. And I'd also love to see Apple take the next step and build some sort of drill mode for lap swimming. Now, Apple also had something called heart rate recovery, but they're actually changing the name of that. Now it's going to be called cardio recovery, and it'll actually look at how fast your heart rate recovers or decreases after a workout. It works, after an outdoor walk or a run or even like a hiking workout. You just have to remember to actually stop your Apple Watch, right after you finish your run or workout to get kind of the most accurate cardio recovery numbers. And, I don't know if that really qualifies like as a truly new feature with watchOS 9. So, here at number 8, we'll go with something that Apple is calling their enhanced workout summary. And if you go to the fitness app on your iPhone, you can actually see a lot more details specifically about your workouts, and you can actually scrub your workout details along either 15-minute increments or 1-hour increments. And it's a feature that companies like Strava and a ton of other companies have had in their workout analysis tools for a long time. And it's something that I would love to see a bit more detail in here, but it's definitely a nice improvement. Probably my favorite new feature on watchOS 9 is the fact that you can actually edit what Apple calls workout views right on your watch. So now you can actually set views with metrics like calories burned, distance, heart rate, laps, pace, or even that S-Wolf score, kind of depending on which activity type you have selected. And then at number 10 here, an all new metric, watchOS 9 can now actually display current elevation gain, and visually map your elevation during a run, a bike, a hike, or a walk. Now, if 10 features was not enough for you, Apple is actually working on something that they call track mode detection, which we have seen other companies do. And personally, I think it's actually great because what it'll do is it'll actually tighten up your GPS track along the actual track itself. And it'll also do a better job of providing accurate splits for interval workouts. And the plan is for that new feature to drop before the end of the year. So I'll try to get a hold of it a little bit early, do some testing for you guys, and report back on this channel to how that's going. Now, lastly, I want to make it super clear to you guys that you don't need the Apple Watch Ultra or the Series 8 device to get access to all of these cool new features. Just hop over to your watch app, click on General, click on Software Updates, and you're good to go. But here's my question to you guys. Which of these new features on watchOS 9 do you guys find most interesting? I think, for me, and maybe this is a little bit boring, but I think it's the ability to customize those workout views. I guess we'll see as we play around with it a bit more. But either way, be sure to get out there, swim, bike, run, rinse, and then repeat it all over again. And we will see you guys on the next one.